Yes, fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
But here's the funny thing about him is the more that this goes on, the longer and the longer and the longer that this goes on, the more I start to like him.
See, and explain why as I type. I'm sharing the link because I could totally take 30 seconds before we go on and do it, but I'm an idiot and I never do.
No, well, I mean, it wasn't up 30 seconds before we were on, so.
That's true.
So it's one of those things where he's charismatic. He's diehard about himself and his kids and this brand that he's created. And he's got it. He's got, a TV and radio personality. He's got a voice. And he's got this belief and this ego that just cannot be deflated. And he is the type of person that succeeds on sheer perseverance. And it's starting to wear on me.
See, I wrestle with this, man, because by nature I've always been, and Louis, I've referenced this quote here, I believe, before, but for those who are just discovering us, A, welcome.
Probably.
B, thank you. My favorite comedian, not named Amy Schumer, which is 90% based purely sexually. My favorite dude comedian is Louis C.K., and he's got a quote, which is my favorite quote of all time, that goes, "Self-love is great, but self-awareness is more important." Mm-hmm. And that's a big pet peeve of mine. And I believe that I have self-awareness, and I've got enough to realize and understand that the reason why I have a fucking 80s hockey hairdo, the reason I grow my hair out is because the majority of our generation, like, dudes look like assembly line people, man. It's like guys that are built on an assembly line, like they're the ones that get the chicks. The number 3 buzz, it's
a chiseled face.
Yeah, man.
Pecs
Ed Hardy,
from nowhere.
Ed Hardy dudes.
They can wear jeans and girls comment about their butt.
Yeah, which is fine. We've touched on it before. My ass looks like Dusty Rhodes' forehead.
Exactly.
I'm okay with it.
Not that I've seen his ass.
Not really. I'm not okay with it. But at this point, I'm almost 30. It's too late in the game to really do anything about it.
Exactly.
But so by nature, I've always been kind of like the buck the trend. Okay, well, this is what everyone else is doing. All right, I'm going to go the opposite way. And I've always had kind of an anti-authority thing. It's part of my fascination with Jim Morrison and the Doors.
It's bad cop.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm bad cop and you're good cop in transactions. But and he's very much the same way, but something about him makes me resist him, and it makes me anti him, and I don't want to do the parent card, man, because I don't. But it's also a bit of that, because it's like, okay, if you really care about your kids as much as you say you do, and I'm not saying he's a shitty father, because obviously, like, he's been there. His kids got to this level at some point because he's been involved with them.
Right.
And as pundits have said, we complain all the time that these athletes don't have a father figure, and then when they have an overly involved father, they want him to take a step back.
Yep.
But at this point, man, like, just be stoked that your kid's going to be a fucking lottery pick in the NBA draft. Just be happy for him. Mm. Do you have, like, and it's not even the fact that it's not just the fact that he's vocal dad. It's I could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. Dude, you average like 2 points in your college career.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the publicity thing.
It's the braggadociousness.
Right. I understand the publicity thing, but again, for me, it goes back to fucking self-awareness.
But here's the thing. Here's this is going to be the weirdest comparison you've heard all week.
Good. I can't wait.
Lavar Ball is the Donald Trump of sports parents.
It's probably why I don't like him.
Here's why. He overreaches with everything. I could beat Michael Jordan. My kid should be number 1 overall in the draft. Which, that one's arguable.
He could be. The reason he won't be is because of fucking him.
Exactly, but it's arguable. He's got the skill set to play.
He does.
No question about it. The kids are good. The kids are damn good. You know, my brand is the best brand. Big Baller brand is the best brand.
Such a stupid name.
Besides Nike and Adidas and Under Armour and Puma and Reebok and anything else in the game. It's
LA
the best.
Gear, dude.
It's the best. But he overreaches.
Yeah.
Trump did the same thing with 63 million people.
Yeah.
He overreached.
And look how stupid we are as a country.
We
put
will
him in
build a
office.
wall. We will drain the swamp. We will give America back to the people. We will make America great again. He overreached. He's made all these promises or statements, and then he knew he could always draw it back. And he knew it's a control mechanism, because what he's doing, what Donald Trump is doing with a lot of this stuff, the reason that he brought on board, guys like, or the reason that guys like Mike Pence and folks like that are with him is because, he can go far, and then the opposite side will scream and yell and cry. They'll dial down the tone some so that the other side thinks that they're getting somewhere, but then they'll stand pat when the other side dwindles down in volume.
Yeah.
And then that's where it sits. So what he's doing is shooting for the moon, and if he misses, he lands somewhere among the stars. Lavar Ball is.
Right.
And even if he lands somewhere that's less than what he tried to ascend to initially, he has still gotten somewhere much, much higher than he was, and that you and I and anybody else listening and anybody else in this country got, except for those who are already there. He is setting himself up for success even through failure.
Himself, but what is he doing for his son?
Now that is a different question, because you've got the sides of it where, is he too involved in his son's life? Is he controlling his son's lives? Is he over parenting? Is he hounding? Is he helicopter dad? He's definitely a helicopter dad.
See, because if at the end of the day, I think that Lonzo, which is, for those who don't know, he's the one who's coming out this year in the draft, the NBA, and he's got 2 younger sons as well. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But
yeah,
my thing, I would like to know where Lonzo's at in all this, and I don't think whatever he says at the end of the day, I'm not sure. I question the validity of it, because are you really going to come out on First Take and say, I kind of don't like my old man the way he's handling this. He's kind of stealing the shine away from me a little bit. Of course, you're going to come out in public and back your pop.
Yeah.
That's what anybody would do.
But here's the thing with that too, is what I'm seeing out of the Ball boys.
Ball boys.
There's so many jokes in there, it's not even funny.
Yeah, there are.
What I'm seeing out of those kids is I'm seeing, so with Lonzo, is the oldest one, right?
Yeah.
With Lonzo, what I'm seeing, okay, you remember how we were all up to Takaris McKinley's asshole a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
About the way he acted when he got drafted and the way he acted leading up to that.
Yeah.
I don't see any of that in Lonzo. Like, if you watch any interview that Lonzo does,
I think it's totally different. Lonzo's not an idiot.
He sits back and he's just chill. And I think he understands that I think at this point he's smart enough to understand what his dad is trying to do. And part of him buys in, and part of him knows that if he buys in and continues to succeed and continues to produce, then what his dad is dreaming of is awesome. And it might partly be his dream. But I think he is also, from what I've seen, he's smart enough to understand that if he sits back and just lets people talk and talk and talk and talk, and then just goes out and produces, A, he shuts them up. And B, it's that whole, a lion doesn't have to roar amidst sheep.
Exactly.
And I think that's literally all he's doing. He's just sitting back, and he's that chill introverted kid that really doesn't care.
Yeah, my thing is, man, it adds so much unnecessary pressure on the kid. You know, if you just purely based alone off the fact that he's likely going to be a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Pressure's there already. It's pre-existing. It's part of what you sign up for. It's part of being a high pick in the draft, and not just in any draft.
Right.
But you add to it an obnoxious father who comes out and says, yeah, he's better than Steph Curry. I don't need advice from Kobe. With no offense, dude, like if this big baller brand thing, which god damn, that's an awful name.
I like it.
I don't. It reminds me of something you would see like that's trying to be trendy.
Or like a cheap knockoff in New York City.
Yeah, like Roses or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel you.
But like if you end up being a 10th as successful as Kobe Bryant, not only as an athlete but as a businessman, good for you.
Yes.
If you end up being a 10th as successful as Kobe, by all means, talk.
Yeah.
You know, because Kobe in generationally
worth $1 billion.
Is in terms of guys that we grew up with, top 5, he's most successful.
Yeah, top
you know,
top 5 to 10. Yeah, you got
Absolutely.
Magic, Jeter, Kobe,
Jeter's
MJ,
up there. Yeah.
And a couple other football players who buy like a bunch of different Popeyes or Wendy's.
Yeah. Tiger until the Perkins waitress.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah. But that's my thing, man. It adds so much unnecessary fucking pressure, dude, on the kid. And it's like he's going to have to come in. Any team that drafts him is going to inherit this albatross.
Yeah.
You know, that oh well, you're not playing my son enough, and
yeah. But I don't know that it's an added pressure for the kid.
I think
but
it is
so
100%.
much. Because it's one of those things you've already dealt with that for your entire life.
Right, but now it's in the public eye though, because you're coming up on being in the NBA.
But it's if you love your pops, which I think the kids do.
Right, no, I do too. Yeah.
I think that's more of a, hey, cool, Dad's on TV. He's bringing me on the show with, Stephen A. and with Shannon Sharp and all these other guys. But
right.
I think you've already trained for your entire basketball career, which has been from 2 years old to now.
From fetus.
Exactly. You were playing bouncy ball with your own testicles in the womb.
Boom.
You've already been doing this for so long, and you've already been a part of the public eye for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
I don't think that, by Dad going on TV shows, it's adding a whole lot of different. It's not adding a whole lot to the equation. I think it's a smaller part of it than I think we're making it out to be, just because as media.
The media aspect of it, they've blown it up, of course.
Yeah.
Because anytime Lonzo Ball talks now, it's a headline, it's clickbait.
Because it's like, oh my God, his father didn't tell him to shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what this guy's saying now.
Lonzo Ball shoe size finally revealed. It looks like a fucking BuzzFeed article or Tumblr article. But still, to me, it's not a lot. And I'm starting to enjoy. I think part of what I'm enjoying as well is Lavar Ball is playing the media at their own game and winning. And winning big. And not like Trump winning, but just like Donald Trump
Charlie
winning.
Sheen winning, dude.
But I mean, that's the thing, is he's playing the Donald Trump game. And it's weird.
Yeah. Like I said, there's elements of him that I like. I like the rebellion. I like the
fuck you, I'm better.
Yeah, I like the counterculture because all that shit I'm into, man. But
there is something about him that rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah, dude, because I'm not going to lie, man. I've already in my mind, like my kid's going to be picked like 11th overall by like the Chiefs in the 2030 NFL draft. You know what I mean?
2030, that's specific.
Well, he was born in 2009, so I did the math.
You're such a twat.
But yeah, like but that's my point. Like I've gone that far in advance.
Does he forego his senior year?
Oh, if he could be a first-round pick, yes. I will get Lonzo. I'll get Lavar Ball and be like, no, motherfucker, you're going. You can come back and get your degree, dude.
Oh man.
But no, and that's
you can pull Larry Fitzgerald.
Go to Phoenix University, dude. You'll be all right. Just be a really nice guy in public. Get you a laptop with your signing bonus.
Yep. He'll never win a Super Bowl though.
Yeah, you'll get a commercial though, and you can tell people how to make their lives better.
Exactly.
And you can be an upstanding citizen, and everyone will have nothing but nice things to say about you. And you'll be a Walter Payton Man of the Year award nominee every fucking year.
Unlike your old man who just lives off of you.
Basically. Which is what... It's funny because he told me that. Like, we were talking about it because he's like super geared up to play this year, and I'm going to coach him and shit.
Yeah.
And he told me the other day, like, it was one of those... And I don't have many...
Right.
But
you
it
had
was
a proud papa moment.
Yeah, man. Like, because it was a couple years between the draft and now. I don't remember the exact date. Who gives a shit? But he said, like, we were talking about the draft, and he goes, like, he's asking all these questions, like, get in the NFL, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I didn't play past high school, man. Like, I can tell you what I know, but I don't, like, I'm not talking from experience here.
Yeah.
You
should have been working him out 2 years ago.
All these questions and shit. Oh, dude. Well, like I said, with the last time we tried to sign him up, it was a fiasco.
Yeah. Hashtag agility drills.
Yeah, and then there was way too much going on last year this time, so it was like, no, we'll take a year off. Fuck it. But he said the conversation came around to, if... And the way he says it too, he always says it this way, and I love it. I don't tell him that I love it, but it's when I make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
It's never an if. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah.
That's a good attitude to
He's
have.
like, when I make it to the NFL, like, you're not going to work again. And he told me that, and I was like, I
love you right now.
I want to hug you. I'm not gonna, but I want to hug you. Because, like, that's also part of the reason why I want you to make it. Because I'm fucking sick of killing myself. And I've only been working for fucking 13 years.
Exactly.
12.
Well, when he gets to the point where he's 14 and 15 years old and colleges have been talking about him.
Oh, I'll be the guy that's in his ear about what school to go to, too.
If he's still being like, when, not if, then you got something special. And I swear to God, if he goes to play for Penn State instead of Virginia Tech, I might punch you in the face.
No, he would go to Texas team.
Oh, really?
College football,
really?
Yeah, college football-wise, he's a Tech fan.
Your son is now, like, my awesome little homie.
Which I fuck
like, he already was, but...
Yeah, he likes you better than he likes me. He likes a lot of people better than he likes me.
But as long as he doesn't like a certain couple of people, because they're really bad examples of people...
There's one. He's overheard conversations just by my general projection of my voice and being obnoxious.
You're loud. What?
Really? He's overheard shit that he probably shouldn't have,
and may or may not spill the beans someday.
No, he knows better because he would get pile driven through a table. But
Undertaker style.
Yeah, like he knows my gauges on people fairly well.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I talk to him like I don't.
You talk to him like a person should talk to a child, not like a baby.
I talk to him like he's 22.
Louis C.K. talks to his kids.
Yes, exactly. I'm not pulling punches with you because you're tiny. I don't care. But to bring it back to Lavar Ball, man, like I look like just big, and I joke like, hey, all right, like no, don't go to Auburn, dude, because like, and I don't know that I really do that, but. I say that
depending on who their coach is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a letter from Penn State, I'm going to be like, "Yo, dude."
I will drive. I will drive to Justin Fuente's office just to knock on his door and be like, "Hey, I got a guy.
Yeah,
I got a kid who wants to play for you."
Yeah, 20 years ago, you looked at his pop.
Did he really?
That didn't go so well. Yeah.
Justin Fuente looked at you?
No, I had UVA
in a shower.
Off air, dude. Off air.
That was a Penn State joke. You got Sandusky,
right? But it's like if your kid's being drafted, man, like just be happy for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna get something coming your way. If I got drafted, that would have been the first thing I did was pay my mom's house off.
Right.
I didn't get that far.
But I think here's the thing with it is because of the fact that we've covered the idea that all of these kids who grow up to become NFL stars or sports stars grew up in fatherless homes.
Right.
That's one end of the spectrum. Lavar Ball is the other side of the spectrum, the other extreme.
Right.
99% of us, or 99% of these athletes, maybe less than that, probably 80 to 85%. Their parents are in the middle.
Yeah.
They've been fully supportive of their efforts and their journey and their commitment and their attitude and their accomplishments and they've been just happy to be along for the ride because that came out of my loins.
Right, exactly.
You know, so it's one of those things. I think having an anomaly like Lavar Ball to represent the other side of the spectrum, for me, I enjoy that because it's something different. It's, you know, when he first started appearing on like First Take and, you know, the other show, whatever the fuck, Undisputed.
The bootleg First Take.
Yeah, exactly. Black guy and an old white guy.
Yeah. When did Shannon Sharp become us? Like, when do we decide
Shannon Sharp was the guy?
he was the alternative to Stephen A?
I think when he was doing like stuff for Fox, like in the booth.
I don't mind him. Like, I'm okay
I like
with Shannon Sharp.
I like him. It's, you know, he's that. Stephen A is the barking chihuahua.
People hate. See, I love Stephen A, dude.
Well, that's because he
him.
shits on the Cowboys every other sentence.
It's because he knows Philly because he used to work for the Inquirer.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
If you've got roots where I've got roots,
He's
I
a
like
Philly
you.
guy, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where Shannon Sharp is he's an alpha dog. He's a Rottweiler.
He also, have you ever noticed real quick, a lot of the Broncos old players look like their logo? Because Shannon Sharp and John Elway.
And Mark Schlereth.
Yeah. Look exactly like
and
the logo.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah. No, Peyton Manning looks like a fucking bread box.
With ears.
He is. He looks like a thumb. Like you draw your face on your thumb, like at the.
He's the wrinkles,
like
on your
an
knuckle.
inch down. Yeah, that's what you get because his forehead makes up 85% of his fucking face.
Just somebody put a fingernail on
Jason
Peyton.
Elam also looks like the Broncos.
Oh,
logo.
he does. Yes, he does.
Remember him? Remember when he was awesome, and then he went to Atlanta and like
stunk up the place.
Yeah, one of my friend of mine's mom is a huge Broncos fan and got an Elam jersey. Immediately after that, he went to fucking Atlanta.
That's
like,
a
you
bad
know what?
idea.
That's what happens for you getting a kicker jersey.
Real quick update for you guys. After the dramatic ending to Game 5 in San Antonio, where Manu Ginobili all of a sudden became 24 again,
Yep.
the Spurs proceeded to go into Houston tonight and lay pipe.
Yep.
They bent Houston the fuck over a table and said, "We're taking this." 114-75 final score. Game 6. Spurs win the series 4-2.
I can't
That's
wait for Golden
with-
State to knock him out.
That's with Kawhi Leonard not in the lineup.
Yeah, I know.
That's disgusting.
It's gross, dude.
That's disgusting.
Mike D'Antoni, man.
Greg Popovich, man.
Yeah.
Like I hate the NBA, but fuck if Popovich ain't one of the best fucking coaches ever.
See, now I'll start kind of getting into the NBA playoffs.
Because
man.
it's the conference finals?
Yeah, because they're just so, like, there's no point, dude. What makes it worse, and we've touched on it here a million times, so I don't want to spend a ton of time on it, but
Defense.
that, and, which, yeah, clearly the Rockets don't believe in. There's a stunner. They have James Harden on their team.
Da-da-da-da.
But, like,
That's a golf clap.
where is it? I'm going to just start hitting buttons. Is this a golf clap? Nope. There we go.
That golf clap is for you now.
Yeah.
You couldn't figure out the
Because I was just hitting buttons randomly like an
If you
excited child.
look on your screen.
I
it
know,
shows
but
the
I
thing.
had the music thing up above it, and I didn't want to.
You didn't want to click and do a thing.
I was
yeah.
too lazy to use both my hands at one time.
Jeez, always go two-handed.
No, man.
Dude, there are two titties in front of your face. You go two-handed.
No, so I usually have an itch in the back of my mind or in the back of my head or something. I got to scratch that. So I'm only, and I always go with the left one.
Her left or your left?
Both.
Good call.
Both. There's like a stat that's because every chick has one that's like
A little bit bigger than the
yeah,
other.
even if it's by a minute amount. I'm pretty sure I read that it's the left one that's typically bigger.
It's whichever one they don't like, whichever hand they don't write with.
Right, most people are right-handed.
Yeah,
except for
and
you
so
fucking weird people.
It loosens up it gets rid of some of the fat that's in whatever side you write with, so it tightens it up a little bit, and then the other one gets the fat and it hangs.
We like
Titties.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't even think I was going to say booze, but you did, and I'm agreeing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, side note, I finally got a poster of a woman up in the man cave. Well, it's not up yet, but it's going to be.
Let me guess. It's I don't know. Rosie O'Donnell.
Close.
Oprah Winfrey.
I've been wanting to get a lady poster up in the man cave for a while. And the frame finally came today, and I got home and I was like, "This is awesome," but I need to go to bed for a couple hours.
Who's the bitch in I Spit on Your Grave? That bitch.
No, she was hot though, both of them.
Okay.
Although the original one, she had a bush, but that was made in '78, so that's not really a surprise. No, I was gonna go Schumer because Bay, but they didn't have any real good ones, and like a lot of the ones they had were stupid looking, so I went with backup Bay. I went with Amy Adams.
Okay.
And she's a redhead. So.
Not bad. Yep.
Can't wait to put her up and
look at her.
Make her all crispy on the walls. Not really. That's gross. 757-525-3276 is the number if you want to talk about jizzing on posters.
Oh, man.
Or whatever else, which is why you should always put them in frames in case you get drunk and get out of hand.
Right.
I don't know. I don't even know why I brought up that poster thing.
Nobody
cares.
We were talking about boobs.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a good segue.
It was.
It was a great bit.
Left-handed people, like, I don't trust left-handed people, man.
So you don't trust my brother?
Is he a lefty?
Yeah.
Chris, what the fuck, man? Call the show and tell us why you're a lefty. I don't. That's like people like all the time, like, oh, have you ever tried to, like, back to beating off? Have you ever done it with your non-dominant? No. Why?
You really haven't?
No, I tried once, and it was just like, why, dude? I have a good hand that I'm used to doing it with. That works just fine. Why am I gonna, get basically a fucking Michael J. Fox to jerk me off?
Wow,
this isn't gonna work.
Wow, that went weird places.
Why can't my left hand isn't nearly as good as my right one at anything? Not just playing with myself.
Understood. No, it's one of those. I think that was a thing for like kids.
Yeah, like games you can play.
Yeah. Well, no. Like when we were in our teenage years, is that was the thing to laugh about with your buddies.
Yeah.
Because stranger jokes are funny, and then we got a little bit older and we realized,
yeah, I got to work. I got time.
That means 20 years.
Exactly.
Awkward.
I got like 5 minutes before I get out the door and I want to handle this. I'm not doing it with my gimp hand.
Right. That's my strong hand.
Yeah. I'm doing it as quickly as possible so I can get the fuck out of here.
I made the mashed potatoes myself. Come here, you fat piece of shit.
Right?
Get over here, paper boy.
The NBA playoffs are shit, though, man.
They are.
They're fucking terrible. It's like, in all honesty, man, they should get rid of there should be 4 teams in each conference that make the playoffs.
Only 4?
Fuck the bullshit. Be like baseball. No, because it's stupid, dude.
But Wizards, hold on. What's Wizards Celtics? That's 1-4.
I don't care.
It's 1-4.
I don't care.
It's one. I thought it was 4-5.
Because this shit is stupid, man.
The 4-5, I think it should be 5 teams in the playoffs.
I'm okay 6 with that. I'm fine with that.
Give the first 2 teams a bye, and then play 3 through 6. Kind of like,
I'm trying to lop off a whole round, dude.
Well, I know that, but okay, so make the other ones a best of 3 or best of 5.
They used to the NBA.
Most.
Yeah, the NBA was
used to best of 5 for the first series, and then they
recently
went stupid to make money.
Yep. And they fucking like 4 days between games. A series takes goddamn 3 weeks if it goes 7 games.
But, okay, here's the funny thing. You're going to laugh, because I'm going to laugh. The NHL playoffs are actually behind the NHL playoffs got to the conference finals last night.
Yep.
The NBA playoffs tonight just got to the conference finals. It's not a big time difference.
No, it's not, but you also have...
Meh.
Damn, thought just came my mind. I'm bad at this tonight.
We do this radio show and we don't talk for 2 hours.
Right?
We just sit there, you look at us.
Stutter and stammer like an idiot.
We talk about posters.
Yeah. Right? Well, Also, the NBA, for the most part, there's been short series. But the NHL also, and that's what's funny to me too, the NHL, they play occasionally. There will be 2 days between games. But for the most part, even when they're changing cities, it's every other night, dude. So an NHL series, even if it goes 7 games, you're looking at a week and a half, 2 weeks. You know?
Yeah.
And that's, again, if hockey guys can play physical hockey, playoff hockey, and beat the shit out of each other, then
Mr. Braun can stop flopping over a toothache.
Kelly Oubre and Kelly Olynyk, let's give them 2 weeks off now.
Right.
Because Kelly Olynyk ran into Kelly Oubre, and he's going to act like he got shot. And now he's going to shove Kelly Olynyk down, who flopped like a motherfucker. Like that whole deal, man, when I heard about it, because I was driving to work and I heard about it, it was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then I go home and I looked it up and I'm like, man, get out of here.
This is bullshit.
This is fucking weak, dude. Both of them are weak. Like, I don't want to hear about either of them.
Yep.
I don't care who was wrong, who was Draymond. Oh, Kelly Olynyk's dirty. Yeah, because you kick everybody in the fucking dick every chance you get. And I like Draymond. But,
yeah,
like, there was nothing there, man. Like, the NBA is so fucking soft, dude. Like, I hate when guys fall and they act like I don't know, man. Like Mick Foley in the Hell in a Cell against The Undertaker.
But see, that was believable.
He got thrown through a cage.
Ow.
It's understandable for him to act dead. You got bumped. Jesus Christ, man. You fucking you wear tank tops for jerseys
because you bitched about your
off.
sleeves.
Yeah, really. The sleeve jerseys are stupid. Like the tank top thing.
My shot.
The tank top thing works well in basketball. I'll give it that. But the point is, you wear fucking tank tops. Side note: on the way in here, I stopped at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
For goodies,
for refreshments.
And I saw a dude walked in with an Atlanta Hawks Sharif Abdur-Rahim jersey. From like the era, like 2005, when it was like cool to make throwback style jerseys and current players.
So one of them bootleg shits?
Foot Locker, yeah, man. Like I saw that. I was like, God damn, dude. And I remember like back in the day, like I went through this phase where I would occasionally scoop up a jersey if it looked cool. If it like now it's strictly Philly for the most part.
Yeah.
And that's where I acquired like the throwback hockey ones I've got. But I went through like a phase where I would like flirt with getting other jerseys, and I picked up a couple NBA and whatever, the hockey ones that I got, Hartford and shit. And I remember I was in a Foot Locker, dude, and I saw this old style John Stockton and Karl Malone, Andrei Kirilenko jersey.
Wow.
And I had, it was like $80. I mean, this is fucking years ago, dude. I had it in my hand. I was like, I'm about to buy this shit. And I was like, what? Like, I don't even fucking like Andrei Kirilenko.
Who does?
Why am I going to be? He's fucking Russian. We hate the Russians.
Oh, man.
Why am I going to buy this? I don't even like this guy. But the jersey was super cool. And then I was like, you know what? Why don't you just get Stockton or somebody who you like, or Malone? Fuck it. Get Greg Ostertag. But like there was that stretch where the NBA, like they would put out all these jerseys, like throwback style and current players.
Yeah, and it was gross.
Yeah, man. Like I remember, like that was when Stevie Francis was really popular.
Oh my
God! Everybody
him and Baron Davis.
Yes, everybody had a Stevie franchise jersey, and like it was always a certain type of person.
It was a despicable type of person.
Yeah.
It's like you that's the type of person that show up on the playground court and score like one good basket right when they get there and then be tired for the rest of the time.
He was a dude that would shoot a free throw and leave his arm up in the air.
Yeah. Balling.
Yeah. And just sit there. I'm like, you know what, dude?
You're a moron.
I fucking hate you.
Come here. I'm going to post you up.
I want to fucking slit your throat.
Oh, man. Today has been...
A day?
A day.
Yeah.
It has been a day. I finished dealing with a whole bunch of stuff this afternoon, And I went to go see. We were supposed to have practice this afternoon.
Did it get called because of rain?
It did. So I didn't end up going. And in the process, I ended up stopping by my buddy's work.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey, are you gonna be around?" I was like, "Yeah." What time I gotta pick you up? He's like 6. I was like, "All right, cool." So I go grab some lunch, and then I realize I'm sitting there looking through my phone, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, Manchester United's playing today."
Hey now.
What time they playing? 3:05. There's an Applebee's right across the street.
Boom.
Let's go. So I go watch the match. Manchester United, my team, was participating in the UEFA Europa League semifinals. Second leg semifinal against Celta Vigo of Portugal. 1-0 tie going into the match. Manchester United striker Marcus Rashford, he had scored a wonder free kick in the first leg in Portugal. And then coming back for this one, he ended up assisting on a goal in the second game. Now, I want you to watch this, Cory.
Okay.
So, at the end of the game, Celta Vigo, if they had scored 2 goals, they would have went on because of the away goal rule.
All right.
And you know what? You remember me telling you about the away goal rule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they scored 1 in like the 83rd minute. And it was like, oh, shit. Now we got to get going.
Yeah, competition.
So, 84th, 85th minute comes around. Ball gets played up. Ander Herrera decides that he is going to, take a foul. But then when he gets fouled, he's going to lay on the ground like he's hurt. So here's what happens. He's laying on the ground. He lays back down.
Wow.
The Celta Vigo players, they go back and they're trying to pick him up and take him off the field. Now watch this guy. He runs into the fracas. And then watch right here. Bam. Now that's Antonio Valencia who pushed a Celta Vigo player onto the ground. Now the guy that's getting held back here, he ended up getting a hand in there as well. That guy right there. Now he ends up getting a red, and so does the guy who ran back in, who incidentally, he's the guy who had just scored.
Okay.
Now, whereas he didn't really earn the red, the other guy should have gotten it because he pushed him down. But you saw how lame that was.
Soccer players are
it wasn't even a fight.
They're vaginas.
Watch,
dude.
this is the guy that pushes. He should have gotten the card, but it's this guy who ends up, because he had his hand up near the guy. They'll show another angle here in a second. But because they had, and then that was part of it. But he got a red. So watch his hand is there, and then there's the shove. That's what ends up on the ground. But the referee saw that guy punch. And then did you see number 10, what he just did?
No.
Watch his... Oh, I'll go back a couple more seconds. Watch his hand here. Watch on that player's face. Rakes the eyes. So dirty. Like soccer players, like the big ones, the big incidents aren't that big of a deal because it's that flopping pansy bullshit. But then when the referee's not looking, grabbing nuts, pinching you into the arms.
Yeah, it's like fumble piles.
Yeah, dude. It's bad. But Valencia will probably get some kind of something. Bailey is going to be suspended for the final. United take on Ajax from Holland in the final in a couple of weeks in Stockholm.
All right.
Ajax beat Lyon 5-4 on aggregate. They had won the first match 4-0. 4-0. 4-0? 4-1. 4-1, yep. And then they scored first in the second leg today. We're up 5-1 on aggregate, and then Lyon almost came back and tied it up. Pretty crazy highlights. Also, soccer side, if you haven't seen, Juventus and Real Madrid is the final for the Champions League. So again, the two of the biggest clubs in soccer back in the Champions League. Juventus had a really easy path. Atleti almost scared Real Madrid out of the final until Ronaldo happened. So you've got Juventus and Real Madrid in the Champions League final. United and Ajax in the Europa League final. And then other big soccer news, FIFA is voting soon to fast-track the United States joint bid for the World Cup in 2026 with Mexico and Canada. Which means...
Joint World Cups, dude.
Joint World Cup. There's been a couple of joint World Cups. The most recent one was South Korea and Japan in 2002. The one where the United States burst onto the scene and went to the quarterfinals. It's kind of... We're at this point, we're like a 65-70% lock for getting the World Cup. And it will also be the first World Cup that features 48 teams instead of the traditional 32 that we've had for so long. It's going to be the first expanded World Cup.
Oh shit, dude.
So it means we're going to get like 60 some odd matches here in the States. This is preliminary too, because the final bits of the contract still have yet to be worked out. But the preliminaries for the contract were like 60 some odd matches here in the States, and then another 10-10 split between Canada and Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico's looking for a little bit bigger piece of the pie, including another knockout round match. Currently, they only get like one quarterfinal or a round of 16 game. All the other playoff games are going to be in the States.
Of course.
Because reasons.
Where at in the States would they have it?
I mean, it's going to be all over. It's, Seattle, all the way to Miami, New York City, Boston, DC, Chicago, Los Angeles, Philly, Denver's a fun spot, Houston, Dallas, Kansas City.
So they wouldn't just do it in one place?
No. I mean, this will be all over the place. But what they're going to try to do is, because the way it's going to get set up is with 48 teams, you have to make 16 groups of 3 instead of 8 groups of 4, like you would with a 32-team tournament.
Right.
So each of these groups will go to like a certain region. So say they did... like a south region. So you get like a Charlotte, Atlanta, and Knoxville World Cup setup.
Damn. No Norfolk.
For 3 teams, because you get 3 matches out of 3 teams.
Right.
So you would get Knoxville, Atlanta, and Charlotte, or something like Seattle, Portland, and Vancouver. Something like that. And they would face off in the particular regions, and then depending on schedules and flights and all this extracurricular shit that I don't figure out for a living. I wish I did, because I'd get paid a shit ton of money for not a lot of work. Right. But for like 2 months out of the year.
God, that'd be nice.
It would be so nice.
That's what I thought about the other day. Like, I wish I would have stayed in school to be a teacher, because I would have had fucking... Like, dude, I'd be coming up on 3 months off. Like, I really fucked up there.
Yeah.
Good job, stupid.
I mean, do you want to go get your teaching degree with me? That's what I'm going towards. But could you teach kids?
No, I would have taught high school, dude. High school English.
Could you but could you teach high school kids?
Yes, fuck yeah, dude. I tell them to
dude, I work with high school kids every day.
I could do it.
You can't just tell them to shut the fuck up.
Shit.
Like freshmen, like they'd cry to their parents.
Go ahead.
Like I currently have kids who are crying to their parents because I'm too hard on them, and I don't use words at all. I just make them run. Also, this is a funny meme.
It is. I love the crying. There's a picture going around the internet. Google it. It's James Harden with his beard as crying Jordan face. Because internet.
Ooh, Katy Perry. Hello.
What's up, Shouty?
Have you seen...
I love Katy Perry. She's so hot.
Ooh. Police are responding to 2 gunshot victims at the downtown tunnel. That sucks. Have you seen all of the memes with like, look, here's Tony Romo, or click Tony Romo. Not too hard. He's fragile. Oh shit. Like you click, so it's like it shows up, especially on mobile. It shows up as like a half picture cut off, and then you click it, and then it goes to the full picture, and like at the bottom, it's got like something bad. So it's like LeBron James. It's like be gentle, but click LeBron James. And you click LeBron James and said, I said be gentle. He flops.
The internet, man, is savage. That's the one for all the technology shit that I tend to be against a lot. Mm-hmm. The immediacy of any time something happens for the internet to just be like a bunch of vultures and just collectively take a shit on somebody.
Right.
For some reason, I find entertaining. Like the crying Jordan things will never get old. Ever. Like who the fuck would think of making a fucking beard a crying Jordan face?
Somebody.
And why is it funny to me? You know?
Reasons.
Because I'm stupid.
See, here's my thing.
Ooh, the one at the bottom.
Well, yeah, but she's also Jesus and Woo and Trump.
Fuck her.
Exactly.
A lot of hot girls like Trump, though, dude.
Because they're
just hot and uneducated. Yeah,
exactly.
Which
can
hi, hand in hand.
Hi, Tommy Lahren. We're talking about you.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing: is I feel a little bit differently about memes. As a Cowboys fan, and specifically as a Tony Romo fan,
yeah,
memes hurt. Like,
there's a lot of them about us too. I find them like I got the ring pop one so many times it doesn't even
right. But like the first couple times, that's funny.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things that's like whatever. I'll get over it. Seeing the same meme about the quarterback that you love is just and seeing it 17 different ways.
Yeah,
that hurts.
It's for the first. Somebody tagged me years ago in a Facebook thing, and it said Philadelphia Eagles trophy case, and it was empty.
Yeah,
and dude, I was like, I'd have to scroll back through crap on my other profile, but it was. I mean, I blasted the person, dude, and they were a Cowboys fan. It was a chick.
Yeah. And
it was just like, you know what? Fuck you.
Who's later after hours? We'll
yeah, I can show you.
Okay, cool. Here you go. So I've got the Falcons one for y'all who aren't seeing this.
Touch the logo.
And then there's that one.
I feel so bad for Falcons fans, dude.
Let's see. NFL memes has a bunch of these. Let's see. Here you go.
God, Tony Romo looks like a dude.
Gently dumbass, you heard him. This one's I've seen this one all day today for Throwback Thursday. Atlanta Falcons posting on Facebook at 9:19 p.m. at the end of the third quarter. The score is 28-9, and just the status it was for the Atlanta Falcons was the status was just 15 minutes away. ... #rise up.
How the fuck do you fuck that up? Jesus Christ, man!
Have you seen? So you remember the treatment that people were doing for the Warriors? The Warriors blew a 3-1 lead, and they were making all those stupid
Yeah.
Here's one. Today is 5/11/2017. 5 minus 1 minus 1 equals 3. 20 plus 17 equals 20. Or 20 plus 1 plus 7 equals 28. Falcons blew a 28-3 lead. # never forget. Wow.
Interweb, dude. I think the Falcons. That's the
worst thing.
That's the worst collapse I've ever seen.
This one's been floating around.
It's so bad.
It's a picture of Terrence Williams. I don't know who that guy is. Is it? It's not Demaryius Thomas.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
It's a
Broncos receiver.
Broncos receiver, and then it's a picture of Landon Collins. And I caught Tony Romo's final pass. I caught Peyton Manning's final pass, and then Landon Collins. I caught Jay Cutler's final pass.
People shit on Cutler, man.
I mean, they should.
Houston's a better team with him than Tom Savage, dude. Same with Kaepernick. I mean, they got Deshaun Watson now, so they're probably not going to bother, but...
Speaking of Eagles memes, here you go, buddy. So it's it's 4 different pictures of Madden. Madden during the Giants' last championship, and it looks really good. Madden during the Cowboys' last championship, it's pixelated as fuck. Madden during the Redskins' last championship, even more pixelated as fuck. And then Madden during the Eagles' last championship, it's a picture of the Packers and looks like the Vikings, actually.
Is it? Okay.
It looks like the horn there. But it's a picture of the Packers and Vikings.
Black and white.
And it's black and white. It's from obviously
See, that
the
shit's
50s
funny
or 60s.
to me, though.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't put like it's to the point, man. Like there's nothing you can say to me as an Eagles fan that like I've heard it all in almost 30 years. The no rings,
Yeah.
When we get ours, I will have my moment.
You will, and I hope I will be there, and part of me I will give you one hug.
Oh, dude, I am gonna cry
or one high five.
I am going to weep,
and then
openly.
I'm going home. Like I don't care how drunk I am. I'll call an Uber if I have to, but I'll give you one hug or one high five, and I will go home.
I'm taking a fucking week off work. It's going to be a bender. I'm going for the parade. Like, I'm going to die of alcohol poisoning that week. And I'm going to be okay with it. I will be okay with it.
Because you will have finally seen it.
Like, I'm good. I'm fine now. Everything is good. Everything is better. But it will be. Were you about to touch on something?
I was going to say, right before, because we're at halftime, but right before we do, just a quick thing. We didn't touch on it at the top of the show, but obviously, if you haven't heard yet, on Tuesday, Chris Berman's wife, Kathy Berman, died in a car accident. Obviously, we at the show, we generally touch on incidents such as this, unfortunate circumstances or unfortunate deaths. This one is obviously
not something you saw coming.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a thing that people generally prepare for because, who does?
Yeah, you don't expect someone to get in a car accident. It's not like she was dying of cancer for years, which isn't okay regardless, but at least then you have foresight. And
exactly.
What makes it worse, and I've always liked Berman. I know a lot of people shit on him, but I've always liked him. And like for me, now that he's gone, I will not watch ESPN for years. I would watch ESPN Countdown. Since he's gone, Chris Carter's gone. Well, he's been gone.
Yeah. And
now Berman's out. Like I'm an NFL Network guy on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
I don't now that Boomer's gone. I don't care. But what makes it, I think, what bothers me. Once I heard this, man, it occurred. I was like, holy shit! Like he just retired. He's just like. He's got all this time. He's worked all these years. He can spend this time with his wife and his family now.
Yeah.
And just like that, she's taken away from him. I'm like, God damn, dude. Like, that sucks, man. So,
yeah.
Thoughts and prayers and positive vibes to the Bermans.
All the things you need.
Yeah, exactly. So, it doesn't get more serious or more depressing than that for the most part. So, R.I.P. to Kathy Berman. And Chris Berman, we love you. Sundays are going to suck now without you.
Yep.
Although, real quick, do you know who his replacement is?
John Gruden.
Samantha Ponder.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not mad looking at her, but I'll just have to watch the TV on mute.
True.
So, there's that.
Can we get like Christine Leahy or something?
She's also hot, but Samantha Ponder, dude.
Like Christine Leahy is actually like intelligent.
She is, but I hate the fact she's affiliated with that douchebag Cowherd. If she could get away from him, you just sounded just like him too.
I did. I totally did. Pull the Cowherd.
I fucking hate that guy. We're going to take a break. I want to go smoke a cigarette. Right? So here's some tunes. Don't mute us like we're going to mute Samantha Ponder. You can jerk off, though, like we're also going to do. So now that that's not weird, smoke cigarette time. We'll be back in a few. Here's some tunes. It's PIST Til Midnight on our station, RadioFradio.com.
from Rome. You lost your home. Get out now before you're doomed. Didn't you know it's a volcano? Oh, didn't you know? Didn't you know? You should have known. You should have known. You can see it from Rome. You lost your home. Get out now. Get out now before you're down. That's not snow. It's a volcano. You should have known.
ladies that I kissed. Officers I pissed off 'cause they knew all they could do was slap me on the wrist. All these ghosts, I knew them well. Where have they all gone? Faces I still see in mirrors trying to linger on. All these ghosts, I knew them well. Where they disappear, echoes of their thoughts and words fading from my ear. Winter every year.
What's up? What's up? Hour 2 means Loosey Goosey Hour. You know this. If you don't, get familiar. Live from the WDMF studios here in Ham, Virginia, radiofradio.com. It's PIST Til Midnight. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. We got an hour left to get weird. So if you want to join the party, give us a call, 757-525-3276. And there's that. So thanks for being with us, whether it's on Facebook Live, the Radio Free Radio app, or at youtube.com/Radio Free Radio DMF. There's all kind of ways to access us. If you're listening, obviously you have, and we appreciate it.
If you're not, get on it.
Yeah, if you're not, you should probably take care of that. There's only been so much porn you could watch. Which is funny, because as much of it that's out there, I got like 4 or 5 go-to videos.
Really?
Like, really go-to. Like, if I've got time to look around a little bit, I'll browse. But if it's like, all right, I got shit to do, let me knock this out real quick. There's 2 or 3 I'm going to.
See, I need different material.
I'm a ritualistic, regimented fuck though. So
that's where you and I differ.
Yeah. Like, all right. Let me forward to 1:30 in this video of Samantha real quick. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be good and cleaned up.
Right.
And I can move on with my day. So we should probably move on with the second hour.
What a segue.
Exactly. And you can also hit us up with draft ideas, because we have none. 757-525-3276. Or comments on the video on Facebook are always welcome.
Yes.
So there's that. I feel like we did this a year ago, which is funny because we did.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Because this team has a knack for shitting themselves, and it's funny because to me, Crosby and Ovechkin has become Tom Brady and Peyton Manning of the NHL. You've got what's widely considered and accepted as the 2 best athletes of this generation in their respective sports. And they're going head to head constantly. They face each other in the playoffs. It was the same deal last year. Conference semifinals, Caps and Pens. Penguins get the better of the Caps again. So we're faced with the same situation this year. Caps and Pens, Eastern Conference semifinals. Penguins get out to a 3-1 lead. And the Caps tie it up after winning Game 5 and 6. Now we're tied at 3 games apiece and go back to D.C., the Verizon Center for Game 7. Yay. Until they shit the bed. 2-0. Caps got shut out at home. And I've got thoughts on that arena and that crowd. And I didn't see the game. And see, this is where I'm hesitant to say but so much about this particular series because of work schedules and everything. Like I haven't caught that much of it, but like I've still been keeping up. Like I'm aware of what's going on. You know what I mean? I didn't see it personally, a ton of it. I actually saw more of the Ottawa Rangers series than I saw of Pittsburgh and DC. So the Pens advanced to face the Ottawa Senators in the Eastern Conference Finals, but it's an odd narrative with the Caps, man, because to me, this felt like a year where they would get over the hump. You know, they bring in, you know, some complementary pieces to add to Ovechkin. They trade for a guy at the deadline in Kevin Shattenkirk, who's an elite defender, who's an offensive defenseman. You know, he can generate chances from the blue line and everything. And you bring him in, and it's like, okay, is he the missing piece? And still collectively, there's this failure to get it done. And I don't know what it is at this point, man. I would love to sit there and say, like, this is the reason why, but I don't know, other than the fact that I think this has become such a mind fuck for them and such a demon that I don't know that they'll ever get rid of it. Because I thought last night, I was like, all right, the cat, like, when you're down 3-1 in a series and you come roaring back and you've got game 7 at home, you've got A, momentum, B, you've got home ice. You should probably win that game.
Probably.
You know, and especially for your superstar in Ovechkin to not even – I mean, they got shut out, dude. They got blanked. You know? Like, you can't get a puck past Marc-Andre Fleury, but they can get 2 past Braden Holtby, who's supposed to be, you know, Marty Brodeur 2.0. You know, like, he's awesome in the regular season. And again, he only let in 2 goals, but and that's my point offensively for the Caps. You can't provide enough goal support for, you know, 2 goals in a hockey game isn't that bad. If you've got a goals against average of 2, you're all right.
You should be fine.
You know, especially when you've got a team that's as loaded offensively as the Caps, when you've got Ovechkin, Oshie, Backstrom, Kuznetsov, all these dudes everywhere all over the ice. Where the hell, how do you not even put up a point in a game 7 on home ice when you've done all of this to get to this point? And at some point, you've got to ask yourself, as a Caps fan, and that's why I wish we had Ellis here for this. Ellis, if you're listening, call. Like,
Please.
do you? I don't want to say blow it up, but like, this isn't working, man.
Nope.
This isn't when the Penguins aren't going anywhere. Like, I wish they were, trust me, but they're not. So if you can't. And that's what it is, because it's and the reason I liken it to Brady and Manning is because if you really dissect, you really look at the numbers, and Brady and Manning as well. Manning was the regular season guy. His numbers were always better historically. You know, he had better numbers in the regular season than Brady did. But and the same goes for Ovechkin. You know, when it comes to the regular season, he typically has better numbers than Crosby does. But when you look at the postseason, which is when it matters, Crosby owns him. You know, the Penguins own the Caps. Yep. And for Ovechkin, for a player of his caliber and it's not just him, man. Like, they've had teams around him. They've brought in guys. TJ Oshie's been there for a couple years. You bring in all these pieces. You know, you've got this core that you've drafted with Backstrom and Kuznetsov and all these guys. You've got a good goalie in Holtby. You know, you surround your superstar with as many pieces as you possibly can, and you still can't even fucking appear in a conference final. I mean, like, even just making a trip there, okay, if you lose, like, you're a step away. But to not even get out of the second round, you know, it baffles me, dude. Like, I missed the game I did not watch the game last night because I was like, all right, I know if I watch it, I'm going to end up getting sucked in and I won't go to bed. You know, and I'm an old guy now, so I go to bed early as shit because I got to be up early as shit. So I was like, all right, I'm not doing this because I'll do it. And I done it with the Flyers during the regular season where I was like, all right, I'll just watch first period. First period's over, go out to smoke a cigarette. I'm fucking around on my phone. I'm looking at the Flyers talking heads to see what they're saying about the game. Before I know it, I come back in the house from smoking a cigarette or two, and now it's second period started.
Yep.
All right. I'll stick
as
around.
well.
Yeah. You know, and I didn't want that to happen. So first thing I did when I got up this morning was look up the score of Caps Pens, and immediately saw 2-0, and I was like, wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Again with this shit. Same song, second verse, dude. You know, do you want to play repeat? And I don't know, man. I'd be curious to hear from a Caps fan standpoint if they think it's worth blowing up, because you could get You could get a lot for Ovechkin, dude.
True.
You could get a lot for him, you know? And, I mean, at this point, like, is this what you want to be forever? You know, because this is what
also ran.
This is,
And also ran.
Yeah, like this is what the reputation is at this point, and they've earned it because they've had some of the best teams in the league over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
By far, and to not even get to a conference final. Fucking Ottawa's in the conference finals, dude. You know, they were a borderline playoff team coming into this year. Now Ottawa's played their asses off, and they've earned it. I'm not trying to shit on the Sens, but it's baffling with the Caps, dude. I wish I knew what it was, and again, I'm not dialed into them like I'm dialed into the Flyers. I'm not reading all their beat writers and beat reporters and all that stuff. I don't do all that with the Caps. So, admittedly, there's more that I could know, but never a conference final for Ovechkin, dude. And we shit on Marino in the NFL. Like, at least Marino made it to a fucking Super Bowl, dude.
True.
You know, Ovechkin hadn't even been to a conference final.
Yeah.
This is a mess. I mean, I don't really care. I hate the Caps. It's just I look at it in the West. By the way, you've got Nashville and Anaheim in the final out west. Anaheim defeated Edmonton last night as well in their Game 7.
For the first time in ever.
Yeah, Anaheim got over their Game 7. They had lost like 5 straight Game 7s at home,
and
Anaheim
all of them were after they had been up 3-1 in the series.
Yep. And,
or 3-2 in the series, excuse me.
Yeah, and they finally got past theirs. So it was like, all right, maybe, you know, and the Caps couldn't slay their demons. But I look at it, and it's a fun. Well, I haven't seen as much as I normally do, and it's one of those things too. Like I've always kind of been that way. Like if we're not in the playoffs, I kind of pout, and like I won't. If it's on, like, and a lot of it's the work schedule too. Like last year, this time, like I was still watching games,
right?
You know, but like once we're out of the playoffs, or if we don't make it, it's kind of like I'll watch it because I feel like I have to as a hockey guy. But you know, and you know, but it's cool because you have in the West again, you've got Anaheim and Nashville, which are 2 new teams, and you've also in the East you've got Ottawa. And then you've still got the Pens hanging around. Like, if it weren't for the Penguins, dude, like, we'd have four new, you know, like, 4 teams that haven't been there in a while. Nashville's never been to a conference final in 18 fucking years.
Yep.
You know, shout out to my guy, Peter Laviolette.
Ottawa hasn't been there in a long time.
Yeah, since I think
Anaheim,
06.
it's been like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, you know, so it's you've got new teams. It's all, and that's why you have that a lot with the NHL playoffs, and that's why I love them. But, you know, you still got the Pens hanging around. And unfortunately, they're going to be the motherfuckers that probably win it.
Yeah.
God, I hope not.
True.
God, I hope not. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with the Caps. 757-525-3276.
I mean, for me, it's just it's one of those things where it's done. Yeah, it's just the Caps fans talking, because more than likely, if you're a Caps fan, you're a Redskins fan.
Yep.
And because they don't get a whole lot of braggadocious opportunities when it comes to football season,
right?
The Caps fans all like to turn on the mouth jets.
Yeah.
Come hockey season, it's like, oh, this year is our year. It's like, you sound like a Brokeback Cowboys fan from 6 years ago.
No, really this time though.
Really. All right.
You sure?
Right, and the Browns are going to win a Super Bowl this year too, right?
So you see Crosby again.
Oh man, but it made me smile. Like I don't have to because I'm a Stars fan,
right?
So it's not like I have a real rivalry with any like old team or any East team,
right?
Like the East team that I hate the most is the Red Wings. That's because they used to be a Western Conference team.
Yep.
You know, the other teams that I hate the most are the Oilers, the Kings, the Sharks, the Ducks, anybody in our division.
Right.
You know, I'm a division rivalry guy, and then there's the Blackhawks.
Fuck them.
Because the Blackhawks.
Yeah, exactly.
The Avalanche, I don't necessarily enjoy playing because those end games always get scrappy. Minnesota, that game always gets scrappy. The Coyotes, fucking hate the Coyotes, and I love watching them lose. That makes me so happy.
They got sweet old uniforms, though.
They do, but I still love watching them lose, even though their uniforms are nice.
Yeah, good thing they lose a lot.
Exactly. The Sabres is another, like in the East, is another
Fuck them,
team
dude.
that I don't like because Buffalo and Dallas have history, and Dallas was on the winning end of that.
99 Cup, dude.
Fuck Buffalo. Fuck the Sabres.
I know a lot of Sabres fans, and I think
Still
that's where
salty?
oh, fuck yeah, dude. I know that's where a lot of my vitriol towards the Sabres comes from. And I like Jack Eichel a lot. Shout out to my fantasy team that shit the bed.
Ha.
But side note,
Ow.
I'm stoked, man, because fantasy season's not that far away, man.
It's really not.
Like, I activated the league the other day, man.
Felt good, didn't it?
Oh, so good, dude.
So good.
So good to boot the people out that didn't fucking pay me. But it's weird, like it's still showing them in there because I have to, like, I guess, send emails to people to replace their team or whatever. Since
Right.
I reactivated instead of just starting it new. 'Cause
Right.
fuck that, it's a pain. So
You want to keep the league, though, because you want all the stats from, like, who won. what
right,
year
exactly. And
everything.
before I realized you could reactivate it, this is the first year I've actually reactivated it. In this fourth year I've run this league, the last however many years I've just started a new one because I didn't know you could reactivate it like a fucking idiot.
Good job, stupid.
Yeah, good job, stupid. But so I reactivated it, and yeah. But like I was thinking about it, I'm like, holy fuck, man! Like we're getting there, man.
Yep. And speaking of stupid, have you seen this?
What is this?
This is All or Nothing. This is the Amazon series that's kind of like Hard Knocks by HBO.
Okay.
But instead of Hard Knocks where it follows like preseason, All or Nothing follows the team throughout the entire year.
Okay.
So you get an inside look at how an NFL team operates throughout the entire year. And Amazon does this. It's on Prime Video. They did that Cardinals last year.
Right.
This year they did the Rams, and it was the perfect team to follow. It was a beautiful move by them, because they've got video of Jeff Fisher and the team meeting where he announced he got fired.
Oh, dude.
And all of the players just, duh. Like, you didn't know it was coming?
Yeah.
Mr. 7-9's going 4-0. Or 4-10. You didn't think he was getting fired? You're idiots.
Yeah, he should have never got hired.
Right? Hello.
Jesus Christ.
And then it shows like Jared Goff starting when he got his first start against Miami. It shows when, Babyface got hired as the new head coach. So this is going to be, it comes out 6/30, so June 30th. This is going to be a really cool thing to watch.
Right on.
And I actually like it has an NFL Films style kind of documentary to it, just without
See,
the
I like that shit.
not without the the gridiron music in the background.
Yeah. NFL Films Greatest Hits.
Exactly.
Steve Sable.
But it's one of those things. Is it has that feel to it that Hard Knocks is cool, but it's HBO and HBO programming shit. This is gonna be, I think, some quality watching, binge watching.
Yeah.
This is grab a 6-pack, grab some nachos and just Schadenfreude the shit out of the Rams.
Yeah, grab
for 2
5
hours.
cans of Pringles.
Exactly. Feel like a complete horrible person while you're just watching them
Fuck yeah.
be miserable.
Watching Jared Goff look like a 6-year-old.
Hike. Bootleg.
I feel so.
I'm just shouting words now.
I feel so bad for my guy Gurley, man.
Mr. number 1 overall pick in
Yeah.
last year's fantasy draft.
I
there,
would,
buddy?
dude. That's what it. Thank God I didn't have the first overall pick because I would have taken Gurley first overall,
And now you know better.
and goddamn, that would have blew up my face.
You know what? If you'd have taken Gurley, I would have loved to have gotten Zeke Elliott last year. And I know he's going to go stupid high this year.
He went high. I think Will took him at 5 last year because he took him right. I had the 6th pick, and Will took him right before I went on the clock. And I was surprised that Will took him.
I mean, it was a great
Yeah,
pick.
I mean, Will's a Cowboys fan, but I was just like, at the time, I didn't really buy into it. And I was probably just being cynical Eagles fan, you know?
But I didn't buy into it either. That's the thing. Is like, yeah, he's gonna have a good season.
Yeah, I didn't think
he's gonna get 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Right.
Awesome.
He's gonna have a Lamar Miller type year.
That's a great year for a rookie running back, even behind our O-line. Okay, maybe he gets 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns. Congratulations. No one saw him getting almost 2,000 yards and 16, 17 touchdowns and just stupid numbers. No one saw that.
Fuck no, dude.
And, you know, it's one of those things is no one saw, you know, Dak Prescott's going to go stupid high, but his value should actually be dropping, his stock value.
You talking about fantasy?
Yeah, fantasy-wise. You know, he's never going to I am a firm believer Dak Prescott will never reach the numbers that Tony Romo did, fantasy-wise.
Yeah.
You know, Tony Romo's a fantasy top 5 quarterback every single year until he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And even then, he's top 10.
Well, I think the people that take quarterbacks high in general are fucking idiots.
Unless it's a Rodgers or a Breeze or a Brady.
Yeah.
They're stupid. But, you know, Tom Brady for the past couple of years has gone 8, 9, 10 rounds without getting picked, and somebody finally gets him as their second quarterback.
Last year in our draft, I took him, I think, in the 6th, and that's because
value draft.
I wanted him. I went into last year's draft and I was like, I'm fucking getting Brady this year.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I've watched him fucking tear it up the last few years. I want to.
I can plug somebody in for 4 weeks.
That's why I took Derek Carr late, you know?
And it was a brilliant move.
Yep. Dude, I'm going into fantasy.
You are so salty
fantasy
right now.
this year with a fucking chip, dude.
Do you see this? Like, all of a sudden, he, like, grew an umbrella and a little fucking chihuahua.
Well, I get.
He's got a yellow raincoat on now.
I get, dude. And that's why I said, like, if the shipyard does, which hopefully the shipyard comes through by then, but, like, fantasy draft day is by far my favorite day of the year, dude. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Like, you can ask Red, man. Like, I am up early that day. Like, I am in a good mood. I'm not like fucking surly at people. I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. I'm genuinely joyous
You're
at
excited.
8:15 in the morning on a Saturday because in 12 hours I'm going to be drunk drafting. And I'm so stoked, man. Like,
Are we getting a board this year?
I'd like to, man.
Let's do a live draft this year. Let's not do that bullshit that we had last year.
We'll see. I want to. And the party situation would be a lot different this year too for a number of reasons. But
yeah,
what I wanted to, one's because location, and it. See, I was thinking about that, man, because for a while, for the first 2 years of doing the league, Red and I used to go. There's this hotel out in Williamsburg where you can still smoke in the rooms, and it's cheap. It probably sounds like shit, but it's actually not that bad. And I like it because I can sit there and drink my fucking ass off and chain smoke.
Yeah.
And we would go there, you know, the two of us. We'd have a weekend up there, whatever. She'd go look at the outlets. I'd hang in the room, fucking whatever, watch TV, fucking jerk off, whatever. You know, we go get
draft
food.
time comes around.
Yeah, man. And then, like, we just get fucked up and, you know, chain smoke in a room like 1984 and, you know, fucking draft. It was fun. And last year was the first year we did the party shit, and we were talking about that. We were like, what do you want to do this year? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, the party thing was kind of fun. And this year, I think it would be like, A, the house is a lot better.
Yeah.
B,
yard's bigger.
Yeah, things would be different. And my main goal is, so if anybody's listening that's part of the league, my goal is I want to get money from everybody by July 1st. So there's that. And if I don't have the money from people by like July 15th, I'm going to start looking elsewhere.
Yep.
Because I'm not doing
what we did this year.
I'm not coming 3 digits out of my own pocket so that the guy who wins the fucking league can get the money that he was promised.
Yep.
One person is whatever. Like, it pisses me off, but I'm not gonna. When I gotta go to 3 digits, dude.
Yep.
No, now I'm fucking pissed.
Like,
so
when did I pay you?
Dude, you paid me before fucking everybody even signed up, which I appreciate. You know,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I paid you before you even had everybody in there, didn't I?
yeah, and I like that shit. Like, it's not fucking hard, man. And
that was when I was having rough times.
yeah, like I like the people that don't make me chase them down. Like my buddy Binks, who won fucking hockey. He's in the fantasy football league too. I think his team name's like Capper Chumps or something. He's a Niners fan. But every year, man, he always, hey man, I'm going to be in Hampton, because he lives in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
You know, cool to swing by and give you, like, the people that get with me, like, I appreciate that shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I shouldn't have to, like, come begging you.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, here's the dues.
Hello.
So if you have a beef with it, let me know. And, I mean, it's fantasy football. I can find somebody else. Not a problem.
Yep.
Just don't say, hey, yeah, I'm going to do it. So now, straight up, it's if I don't have somebody's money by probably August 1st at the latest, because at that point, I'm going to have to start figuring out draft dates, blah, 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 and all that shit. By that point, it'll be figured out. But we'll have to really start setting shit up. If I don't have money from people by August 1st, probably even earlier than that, but that'll be the very latest, I'm out.
And we got a couple other guys that we can pull from now too.
Oh yeah, exactly. And there's already like replacements on
Yeah.
hand that I'm already thinking of. You know what I mean? But
A couple
I don't,
of guys that we've had here in the studio.
yeah, man.
you
Like
know.
but see, I don't want it to come to like I don't want to be a dick at the end of the
Yeah.
day. But it's like I'm not.
If I have to,
I'm not getting dicked again. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm not sorry. Go fuck yourself. Pay the fucking money.
Speaking of getting dicked again, Throwback Thursday.
Hey.
Check it out. So this is a Throwback Thursday picture. It's a billboard in Portland, and it's got the Trailblazers logo in the middle of it.
Wow.
And on it reads, "Oden honk once," speaking about Greg Oden from Ohio State, and Durant honk twice. And then underneath it says, "Who will be going at number 1?" And back then, the Trailblazers had the number 1 overall pick. Before Damian Lillard, before all this craziness that is the Trailblazers now, they had the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Right before the Oklahoma City Thunder at number 2. And guess how that one worked out?
Wow, dude.
Good job, Portland.
I forgot about Greg Oden, man.
Yeah, he's kind of he's a forgettable guy until he comes up every 6 months.
He was a college kid who looked like he was like 46.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
He really
dude.
did. And it's one of those things is like, oh shit, it's tired time. He had so much potential. And
He did, but he was crippled all the time.
Just damn. Just damn. Just damn. What do you want to draft tonight, dude?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's
a wrestling ad. You want to draft like WCW cruiserweights or something?
no. No, I'm not interested in WCW cruiserweights.
Ultimo Dragon, dude. All day. That was just random as fuck off top.
It really was.
I don't really care. There's not a lot to pick from there. That's good anyway.
Oh gosh, this is why you guys need to start submitting us like ideas,
It'd be nice.
because we run out of ideas a lot. We have a million ideas and we can never execute them because stuff. But then the important stuff, we have no ideas, and it sucks for us. Ooh, hello. You remember this? Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yep.
Yep. What can we draft?
I don't know.
Are you looking at something else on the internet?
Look at this. I'll explain later. But
Oh God. Oh wow.
the internet is so savage, dude. I wish I need to just put this off and stop looking at this because I will be no good for the next 20 minutes. Because this is, I'll explain later. But god damn, people are savage, dude.
Oh man, do you know one of those?
It's the same person.
No, it isn't.
Look at the caption.
Is
real
it?
quick.
Is it actually the? Like I saw the caption.
I don't know.
I saw the caption.
I'll explain later.
Okay. All right.
Off air.
Story time.
Oh my god!
But not
this
for you
is
guys.
this is gold. This is so good.
I'm trying to think of.
Give us fucking draft ideas if you're listening. God damn.
Yeah, this is bad radio right now. We're horrible today.
It is.
Well, we'll figure something out.
Yep.
In the meantime, where are you? Go ahead.
I'm so distracted.
You
I'm
are.
sorry.
So what's the word? The attention deficit. Ooh, shiny. ADOS. What? Eastern Conference. Who wins? How many games? Hockey, by the way.
No, I know.
I'm not asking.
know.
Well, this is for the audience. I'm not asking the hockey guy about basketball.
Pens and 6.
Pens and 6.
Yeah. God damn! I hope Ottawa be. If Ottawa somehow gets past them and gets to the final, Erik Karlsson's got to be the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Which for those who Conn Smythe is playoff MVP, basically.
Yeah.
Erik Karlsson's got to be it. He's so fucking good, dude.
All right. Western Conference.
Oh, Nashville. I go Nashville in. See, I want to say Nashville in 6, but then I'll go Nashville in 7 because I feel like if I go Nashville in 6, that's playing too much off.
Damn it! Stop taking my answers.
And I don't want to go Nashville in 5 because I feel like that's.
Yeah.
not fair.
I'm going Nashville in 7 and Pens in 5.
Okay.
As much as I hate to do it. All right. So what about? All right. Now we'll go to NBA. Golden State and Spurs.
Golden State in 6.
Golden State in 6.
I like Golden State, man. People shit on them, but I like them.
I'm gonna go. Golden State in 5. I'm going to say they open up a 3-game lead or 3-0 lead and then close out game 5 at home.
I'd be okay with that.
And
Kawhi's fucked up.
And then, all right, so we've got Boston's up 3-2 on the Wizards. How does this finish out? They've got game 5 tomorrow, or game 6 tomorrow, and game 7 on Monday, if necessary.
Boston closes it out. Cleveland sweeps them.
Cleveland sweeps the Celtics?
Yeah.
Okay. I say
Maybe they take one.
the Celtics close it out as well. And then when DC fans can shut up about all their stupid teams except the Nationals, who no one cares about. And then Cleveland in 6.
Okay.
Because I think Isaiah Thomas is 1 year away from finally getting over the hump with that team. Because Brad Stevens is Brad Stevens. I honestly think the Celtics win the title next year.
You like Brad Stevens a lot.
Dude, I love me some Brad Stevens, man. He's legit. He is too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. You want to see me do that dance now, don't you?
I do.
All right, I'll do it for you later.
All right.
All right, so you got Pens, and we both have Pens and Predators. And then you've got Boston clean it up, but then the Cavs beating them, and so we're you and I are going the same direction on both of these.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, we don't disagree on those.
No, we don't, because we
Unfortunately.
know how this goes.
Yeah, well, I'm also sticking with the fact that kind of subconsciously I'm hoping that, because none of my picks have really gone well in the NHL.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping if I pick the Pens.
That they'll lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had Ottawa and Nashville both getting knocked out in the first round.
It's not a bad idea.
Actually, no, I think I had Ottawa beaten. Yeah, I had Ottawa beating Boston. And then I didn't pick the second round because I figured why.
Yeah.
Because the first round went so well. So.
Let's see what else is going on. Like we're approaching the second dead sports period.
We are, which means
sucks
a lot of story time.
A lot of story time, and we gotta come up with stuff. We gotta come up with new stuff for the summer. We told you guys we'd have new stuff this year, and it's been 5 months.
Well, we'll come up with something.
Granted, life happens, so fuck off.
It does. I had to move. I changed jobs. My guy's coaching now.
And it's changing houses.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a thing. How about... Let's go... Your Phillies are in third place in the NL East.
I'm not bummed with how the Phillies have been looking, man.
I mean, they're 6 games below 500, but then again, Miami's shit in the bed, and the Braves are the Braves.
Exactly. So, I mean, we're not awful. We're not great, but I knew that.
Yeah.
You know, but there's some pieces there, man. Like I've actually, was it Sunday? Like I made this weird pact with myself that I would watch more baseball this year because I actually like when I sit down and when I watch baseball.
Yeah.
I actually do kind of like it.
Yeah.
And there's a nostalgia there. And I do like Tides games and everything. Like, I know it's not the MLB, but it's cool to go to.
Yeah.
You know, like, I like baseball, man. I do. But, so that's why I told myself this year, like, all right, watch more baseball. You know, and if the Phillies are on, I'm going to do everything I can to watch them.
Yep.
So, I mean, we've got pieces, man. There are a lot of young guys. Nobody's got any fucking experience. But, you know, we extended Pete McCannon, the manager, we added another year to his contract through next year, so whatever that's worth. They feel great about him, even though he's like 50 games under 500 as a manager. But then again, what's he going to do with fucking Maikel Franco as his best player? Who? You know? Exactly. So.
Shut the dings up.
I don't know how. And I commented that thing, and now it's being obnoxious. So
just go turn off the notifications on it.
No, because I'm going to want to keep up with it later, dude.
Oh, God, you're such a twat.
This is funny.
You are such a twat.
This is so funny to me, man.
Oh, man.
That on the right, though, yay or nay, would you?
Yeah.
100%.
Maybe in the dark.
Oh, no, I would. Lights on, dude.
Yeah, I would.
100%.
I would. She's blonde.
Right?
I would. There's no question. Throw a blonde in front of me. I'm like a freaking, dog who hadn't seen a woman in
I figured that, yeah, like I used to forever, I not forever, but it used to be like a debate, like, okay, behind redhead, what's number 2? And it's a close 2 too, man.
Yeah.
Like blonde is very close.
It's there.
And I think it's probably because out of all, like I've had the least blondes.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like you're different.
Speaking of blondes,
Amy Schumer.
Zach Greinke's got a no-hitter going through 7.
Hey.
Now that I said something about it, he's going to fuck up.
Yep. Dude, are the D-backs wearing throwbacks tonight?
I have no idea.
Their throwbacks are fucking sick, dude.
What's up with these? Oh, yeah, they are. They are. They're
the Luis Gonzalez shits?
Yeah, the purple and...
Those are nice, dude.
Purple and aqua.
Yeah, I'm about to buy a D-backs hat.
A D-bags hat? What?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Bunch of D-bags.
Purple D-bag. What the fuck are we drafting, man?
I don't know.
Nobody's helping us out with comments, man.
You should have thought about this.
I should have. Well, I got home from work and immediately went to bed.
Right. Oh, God. I don't know.
This has been terrible radio last 10 minutes. We could just tell stories.
We could. I'm okay with skipping the draft for this week.
Yeah, we'll skip stories. We'll skip the draft.
Unless we have a light bulb, and then I'm like, hey, that thing. And
all right,
be
cool.
11:54.
Yeah, let's do it with 3 minutes left.
That's what she said.
Hey! That's why you go to 1:30 into that Samantha video, dude.
Ding.
God, it's so good. You got any stories you want to tell, man? Nothing interesting's happened to me lately that I can think of. Oh, then again, most of the stories on air are like recent ones.
What the fuck a man suggested Tajay Sharp was going to lose playing time to the Titans' new draft pick. Tajay Sharp is a wide receiver for the Titans. So Sharp allegedly knocked him unconscious.
Shit.
What?
Keeping it 100.
Seriously.
Hashtag real recognize real.
Anyway, what did you ask me?
Oh, do you have any stories lately?
Oh. Do I have any stories lately? I'm currently homeless. So that one, there's that.
Dude, but like, I was watching this documentary on hobos.
Okay.
Well, I'm not saying you're a hobo because you're not, but
I'm
like, dude,
dressed like one right now.
hopping trains, man.
Yeah, man.
That'd be fun, dude.
I'd live
There's
the
like a
hobo
little,
life.
there's a community out in like California or something, dude, where it's nothing but hobos, and they just like live with each other, help each other out. Like that looks fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
They got like their pets and shit. Oh, I want to be a hobo.
Like hippies.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
Old
Yeah.
hippies.
Like I'm okay with that, but I don't like backpack through Europe guy like Millet. Like I don't like that dude.
Why?
I don't know, man. Like the world is not your oyster, dude. Fuck off.
I sense so much butthurt jealousy from you right now. This very instant.
No, because I've never been into the traveling thing, man. I never really have. It's never.
And see, traveling is my thing.
See, I
Like, there's good cop, bad cop right there.
yeah. I don't.
Like I would love to backpack through Europe.
Any time I took vacation, it was always home to Philly. That's it. I don't.
Yeah, because you're that guy.
I don't want to go anywhere else. You know? Let's go here. Why?
Because fun things
Yeah.
to do.
Where
And
the fuck do I want to go to Albuquerque?
well,
Am I
okay.
hanging out with Heisenberg? If I am, then cool.
Hint: don't ever go to Albuquerque. There's nothing there. Also, don't
might
go.
like it then.
Don't go to Artesia because there's literally nothing there except for the Eye of Mordor. Literally, I've seen it.
I synced it.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm totally backpack through Europe guy. Like I could just I would hop a train and just go all through Europe, watching as much soccer as I could in every country that I stopped in, eating by the ocean and the sea every day.
Yeah.
Just cheap as shit, hostels, trains, not giving a flying fuck about where I ended up.
Hostels, dude. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
So would a brothel.
You'd like it. You would like backpacking through. If you went with me,
I don't know.
you would like it.
Because I'm very close-minded, dude.
No. Here's the thing. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. You're a liberal. Okay, here's the deal.
I'm set in my ways. I'll put it that way.
Okay, yes, understood that. But you and me and no one else. No women?
No, that would be fun.
No
Oh,
kids.
we would get women. Yeah, no kids. If it's no kids involved, that's automatically fun.
I'm not saying we're not getting women. I'm saying we don't. Your lady isn't involved in this.
No kid.
No
That's
kid.
automatically awesome.
No worries. You don't have to be to work for 2 months.
Are the cats taken care of?
Cats are fine.
Okay. Can I talk to him on the phone?
If you'd like.
All right, we're good. I can have fun.
You and I. We're going to go backpack through Europe for 2 months and do nothing but train hop and brothel it up. Or hostel it up. Brothel it up too.
That'd be fun, dude.
And we're just going to go have fun. That's all it is. The only thing that I ask is if I'm like, dude, you got to try some of this, that you at least try it.
What are we talking? Food?
Anything.
No.
Anything.
I don't try new things very well.
That's exactly why.
I don't try
That's
new
the
things
only
very
thing
well.
I would ask is if I'm
very resistant to new.
But see, that's the thing. That's why. If I'm like, dude, you got to try this. You just got to close your eyes, pinch your nose, and go. And I bet you 9 times out of 10, you're going to go, that was actually cool.
This wasn't quite as terrible as I was expecting.
Like, I'm not going to push you into the Mediterranean with a bunch of sharks.
Well, I had,
Crossing
like,
my
at one
fingers.
point, I dated a girl who was like,
That girl.
hey, you should probably eat these veggies,
Yeah.
you know? No, I don't want to.
No.
And first of all, you know what you should do? Take a shower, chick. All right?
Ooh. Ouch.
She was...
He just went there. Was she au naturel?
She was actually, like, out of the people I've dated and it hasn't worked out, she's one of two I don't have any problems with. Like, she's a good person.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I went to, and we actually dated 2 separate times.
Oh, so you fucked up twice.
Exactly. Well, far more than that, pal. But as it pertains to her, yes. We dated prior to the kid's mom and after. And the second time around, like, hey, I want you to come, like, to this little podunk town in Maryland called Frostburg. Frostburg, Maryland. It is the most, and mind you, I haven't been a lot of places because I'm a net fucking set in my ways dipshit.
Yep.
The most gorgeous place I've ever seen. I would move there yesterday if I could afford it. It's fucking gorgeous, dude. And we went there like, hey, I want you to meet my grandmother and shit. Like, I go and like I take care of this bitch twice a year. Like, I knew she had done it, I just never gone. Like, now we're back together, she wanted me to go. So like, you walk outside, her grandmother's backyard is literally like a creek in woods. And I went through like a phase of my life where I was really like nature, whatever. And this was during that phase. So I was kind of like, hey, like, let me get out here and see what's going on. And I would go out there and, I brought weed and shit with me or whatever. I brought booze. Like, I would just go out there during the day and get fucked up because when we went there, all these people wanted to do was shit that you could do here.
Right.
Like, we're going somewhere, like, it's food. We're in Maryland. Like, take me somewhere.
Marylandy.
Take me somewhere to eat where I can get some food that I can't. Like, I don't want to eat lunch at KFC. I don't want to go to a mall. Fuck this. Although I did end up getting drugged to the mall and I, like, ventured off on my own. And I got a shirt that says, my cock plus your pussy equals good times. She was not excited about that. When I came back out with the bag, and she was like, "Ooh, what'd you buy?" I was like, "This." She's like, "Are you fucking serious?" I was like, "Yep, very, but probably not yours though right now because I'm not really feeling this anymore." So like on the way back, like it was like this weird. We didn't really talk a lot on the way back. It was just like me chain smoking. She was playing country music intentionally to piss me off, and she didn't even really like it. So we're sitting there, man, and we get back, and it's like a week later. Like, hey, we're probably like, let's take a few days kind of to ourselves because this wasn't really a blast. Like, I kind of went out of my way to ruin the trip to her grandmother's, and it wasn't a blast. So, she came over the house like a week later, and it was just like, look, like, I'm not, like, let's stop the charade here. Like, it's not working out, So we stayed in contact for a while, hung out and shit like that once or twice afterwards. And things were fine. And eventually, she's married now, whatever. But she, when we first kind of rehooked up after I left my kid's mom, she was actually just coming off of being with the same dude that she's married to now. So it was like me, him. It was weird. So he wasn't apparently that into like fucking a lot.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like there's times now where I'm just like, whatever, but like I work a lot.
Yeah. You don't have the energy.
Yeah,
versus...
times I really don't. Whereas like this guy, he didn't work, he didn't do shit. Literally, he did nothing with his time but like sit around and watch Steve Wilkos. So why not take 20 minutes out of your day to fuck? So,
20. You're being generous.
Right? So, like she's dying, like this sucks. Like the whole I've got needs too thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, man, like that was I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck whatever. Clearly. So, first time after, again, we had already fucked. This was our second go around. And, we were at the house. Nobody was like, I think my parents, because I just moved back in at my mom and stepdad's. Nobody was home. They were out of town. And, bedroom, lights are off. It's late. And I used to have a futon once upon a time. She and I broke it. Because she wasn't small. She wasn't
right.
She wasn't like the picture I just showed you, but she, I don't really like dainty chicks because I'm not a dainty dude.
Right.
But anyway, so things are happening, whatever. there wasn't really a lot of foreplay. Just boom, boom, get
it done.
Yeah, and as Borat calls it, romance explosion on the stomach. And all right, cool. So I get up. She's like, "Hey, throw me like a sock or something so I can clean this up." I'm like, "Okay." So I get up. I cut the light on. I go and I grab like a fucking old shirt or something, and I turn around to toss it to her. And you know what boy shorts are?
Yes.
Hot as shit. And like we talk about my Manscaped situation with the dude. I'm talking, it's sticking out of the top and the sides of the boy shorts.
Man.
You had to thank God I didn't go down on it. Cause I need to break out my Sawzall on this bitch. Fucking DeWalt, dude.
Weed whacker.
That shit was a mess. I'm like, my God, man. Take some fucking pride in yourself. Jesus Christ. As I say that, my shit looks like ZZ Top. So, you got a last call?
Yeah, man. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of the season, and unfortunately for my teams, it's looking a little dire. The boys were in a must-win situation Wednesday night, and weren't able to come up with the W. Somehow, some way, they're still in it, and it is now win or go home for the rest of the season.
Right.
We've got our big crosstown rival Monday, and then a team that we shellacked last year on Wednesday. Same for the ladies. The ladies are in a little bit different spot, but at this point for them it's win or go home as well. Because the Wednesday matchup for the ladies is probably going to end up on the wrong side of happy time. So, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. It has not been a good week for my teams or for myself. So, I'm hoping just to get through this week, and get next week. See what happens.
There you go. It's Mother's Day coming up this weekend, people. Don't forget about the moms. Don't forget about the dads that play the mom role, that do all that shit. Don't forget the moms that aren't biological moms, that do everything. That situation near and dear to my heart. So, yeah, look out for your moms.
Do the thing.
So, yeah, I plan on actually hook my mom up this year. So, pretty stoked about it.
There you go.
Yeah, so.
You have the ability.
Yeah, well, dude, there was a stretch, man, where birthday, and my mom's birthday is really close to her birthday is January 6th.
Yeah.
So her birthday's super close proximity wise to Christmas.
Yeah.
And there were years, man, where I was such a dick. It was just Jameson bottles and booze, and Christmas I would come through, but birthday, Mother's Day,
nah.
I just get up hungover and stumble to the fridge to refill my drink at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, happy Mother's Day, Mom. She'd be like, "Yup." I know I'm not getting anything, so cool. And that was that. So look out for your moms.
Do the thing.
If you've got a cool one. If your mom's a bitch, don't do anything for her.
Right?
So mine's not. If you're lucky enough to have a cool mom in your life, look out for them.
Do the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So then next month is Father's Day. It's funny because Father's Day has to come after Mother's Day too.
Yes.
Of course.
Well, it's because it's usually the other way around.
Yeah. Touche.
That was a sex joke.
Touche.
If you did not understand.
It was. Yeah. Shave your beaver before you wear boy shorts too, by the way.
Do the thing.
So yeah. There's that. Keep up with your products, your parts. And give us draft suggestions on the Facebook page, facebook.com/PIST Til Midnight, or on the Instagram page at PIST, PIST Sports. And we'll be back next week for more fun and shenanigans. We'll try and finish the show a little better than we did this week. We both kind of I got distracted. You were kind of doing some things. So there's that. We were both kind of here, but not really here at the end.
We were here.
Yeah, we were physically. So we'll try not to be next week, though. We'll be here physically, just not mentally. So it'll probably be 2 hours of average, which is okay. So tune in for that next week, 10 to midnight. It's PIST Til Midnight on our station, radiofradio.com.